microphone.
I did.
I don't know where to unmute him.
Yeah,
did.
we
We
can
cannot
hear
hear
you,
you.
Dion. Go ahead. Oh, we can hear him.
We can hear Dion.
Okay.
We are not hearing him.
Not at all. I'm just gonna introduce.
We can hear you more.
We can hear you. Dion, we can hear you very well. I think on your mom's side, she cannot hear.
All right. Okay. My name is
Go
Beyond.
ahead and talk, Bion.
My name is Beyond Hundikan, and my mom, Colomb, is
Yeah,
going
we
to bring the book.
cannot hear him.
Stress. You can start now.
What's going on? Okay. All right. Go ahead and start over.
Did you hear
We
me?
just start hearing you now.
Okay. Okay,
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm Beyond Hundikan, and my mom, Colomb, is going to be presenting the book, The Upside of Stress.
Okay.
I think we have some problem with your microphone. But if you guys can hear Colomb, maybe Colomb can start it.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start it. I will start.
Are you sharing your screen with them?
Yes, I will. Oh
Ask them if they can see.
no, I'm not sharing from the speaker.
We can hear her. We can hear her.
Sure. How can you minimize it? Take it from a presentation. Okay, good. So I will start sharing my screen. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where the heck is this? I don't have the icon to share. You know, it's supposed to be here.
Give me the mouse. Wait.
It's supposed to be the third icon.
Okay.
Can you see the screen? Hello?
Not yet.
Not
We don't
yet.
see him on the screen.
So make sure you have the sound.
You're not seeing the screen?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, let me do that.
It's fine.
It's saying share screen.
You stop sharing, let's do it over. Click on the sharing again. Let me go to
Can y'all see it?
Not yet.
No?
No.
Okay.
Maybe you can
I
get
don't know
out and
what
get
to.
back in. Sometimes when you do that, it works.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
log out and come back.
She's not been out yet. Okay. Now, yes.
What is this?
Colomb.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, we
Yeah, we
can.
can hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Okay, I connected on the cell phone, and I will go over the PowerPoint because it
Okay.
look like the computer.
It look like the computer is
You are logging into two.
You can
Then you
mute
turn off
the
your
computer.
I will do it from my cell phone.
Okay.
Thomas, you can take your computer. Maybe you want to tell them. Sorry, we wasted 10 minutes already. So I will just go ahead and start. Tonight we are going to talk about the book, The Upside of Stress, why stress is good for you, and how to get good at it. It's written by Kelly McGonigal, and it's presented by me. Okay, so about the author. Kelly McGonigal was born October 21st, 1977 in New Jersey. She is a health psychologist and lecturer at Stanford University, who is known for her work in the field of science health, which focuses on translating insights from psychology and neuroscience into practical strategies that support health and well-being. A longtime advocate of self-compassionate and mindfulness as stress coping strategy, McGonigal has altered her focus on the problematic aspect of stress. In a talk at TED Global in 2013, she emphasized the importance of an individual's subjective belief in themselves as someone who is able to cope successfully as being a crucial factor in the actual response to stress. And that information came from Wikipedia. So understanding stress. Kelly explains that stress is a natural part of life and can serve as a powerful motivator. He shows that a wealth of scientific researches illustrate that the way we perceive and respond to stress significantly influences its impact on our health and well-being. She encourages people to shift the focus from avoiding stress to embracing and mastering it. This can help cultivate a healthier relation with stress. So the stress mindset. For the conventional view of stress, people think stress is harmful and cause chronic diseases like high blood pressure, heart disease, and more. But Kelly introduced the idea of stress reappraisal, a cognitive approach where individuals interpret stressful situation positively, which can lead to improved performance and resilience. Instead of viewing stress as something entirely negative, consider it as a challenge or opportunity for growth. This change in mindset can alter how your body reacts to stress and can lead to positive outcome. So from this idea, you have the idea of this power of subconscious mind, right? How you view the stress that causes the reaction on your body. So consciously reframe stressful situation to see them as opportunity and a learning or personal development. She argues that individuals who see stress as challenge rather than a threat are more likely to experience positive outcome. Then she listed some strategies for embracing stress. The first one is practicing mindfulness. This tip encourage being present in the moment and observing one's thoughts without judgment. This mindfulness can lead to a calmer state and more constructive response. Like if you have to go for a presentation and you are stressed, being mindful of that stressor and being present can make you being calm before you go to the stage or to the class to present. Cultivate social connection. Sharing your stress experience with others can also foster a sense of connection and understanding. Encourage in physical activity. Physical exercising is a powerful antidote to stress. And we all know that even in a hospital, that's the first medicine, I would say, for heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and all of that. So it reduces symptoms of stress, enhance mood and well-being. So example of physical activity can be jogging, yoga, or dancing. Find purpose and meaning in life. And here I put your ikigai. We read ikigai a few weeks ago. So finding your meaning and purpose. When individuals connect their stressor to a larger goal or sense of meaning, they can navigate stressful situation with greater resilience. Setting and pursuing a meaningful goal can transform stress into motivating force. example, when you want to go to school to get a degree, we know there are a lot of stressful situation that is on your way, but you ended up navigating through to reach your degree. Another one is reflect on positive aspect of stress, right? So, and one example is when you are working and they say an auditor is coming to audit your work, everybody is stressed, right? But when we reflect on it, there's always a learning point from that situation where you can say, okay, this is what we were doing wrong, or what can we do to work as an auditor is coming all the time. So reflecting on the positive aspect will be better and help to go through that situation of auditing. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Do not blame yourself, right? When something happens, learn from it and move on to do better in the future. So stop blaming yourself so you can kind of move on and do better in the future. There's one more. Learn to seek help, which is very important. It's important to, how do you call it? To ask for help. Some people are self-centered and don't want to ask for help, but asking for help, go find some resource to deal with that stressful situation can transform that stressor to a success. Then she talks about the benefits of stress. I think the benefits and all these strategies kind of ties together. So one benefit is the motivation and performance, right? When you are stressed and you face deadline or challenge, your stress can increase alertness, gives you more energy, and prompting to focus more intensely and perform better, right? Example is when we have a homework and we wait until the last minute to work on that homework. Because we are time constrained, we work hard to finish on time and submit it, right? I remember one time when I was at school, I had to turn in a homework. I didn't know the extent of the homework, and I waited the last minute to start it. I stayed up all night to finish it, and I didn't even feel like I didn't sleep at all. I had that energy to finish the homework. So one benefit is enhanced resilience, right? When you go through one stressful event, it gives you some coping skills for the next challenge. And when another challenge like that comes, you already have the experience and you know how to go through the same situation. It strengthens social bond. So as we said previously, seek for help. If you seek for help, you keep those connections for next time you have those stressful events. So it strengthens social bond, awareness, and personal growth. They say what doesn't kill you keep you stronger, right? So when you go through the stressful events successfully, you become strong. You have that experience that you can share with other people. Another benefit is preparation and anticipation, because you've been through those situations or you know that it's stressful, you prepare yourself better to tackle the task. Creativity and innovative thinking. Physical health benefits, right? Say stress can boost the immune system in certain contexts and increase the production of antibodies, which can help fight infection. Another, sorry, I lost my So the last one is learning from experience. So as I said before, you stress when you try to embrace the stress, not to avoid it. At the end, you learn from it, you become stronger, you develop some skill and time management to resolve the issue. So last thing she talks about is tips to manage stress, tips to embrace stress. Be mindful, mindfulness and meditation, physical activities, deep breathing, time management, right? You have to manage your time to go through all these events. Cognitive reframing, tell yourself that you can do it. It's not stressful. It's not going to hurt you. And you kind of cognitively transform those things that you think that they can hurt you, they are stressful, to a positive situation. Social support, right? Have a healthy lifestyle choice because you learn to exercise or you learn to do all these benefits, all these strategies to embrace to tackle stressful events. Progressive muscle relaxation, journaling. Sometimes when you write stuff down, it eases your mind around it. Engaging in hobbies, setting boundary, learn to say no. You cannot do it all by yourself, right? Learn to say no to some stuff and seeking professional help, like have counseling, doctors, I don't know, some help and some resources that can help us go through our stressful event. And in conclusion, the book offers a refreshing outlook on stress, emphasizing its potential to foster resilience, community, and personal growth. Kelly McGonigal provides actionable advice supported by research on how to reinterpret stress in a way that empowers individuals rather than debilitate them. Through reframing the narrative around stress, she encouraged readers to embrace challenges as opportunities or empowerment, ultimately suggesting that how we respond to stress may be just as important as the stressor themselves. By shifting our mindset and adopting a proactive approach to stress, we can unlock its positive potential and leverage its personal success. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Colomb.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Leon.
you.
Okay. Now that that's done, who wants to go first?
I have a question, Bia, if you allow me.
Go ahead.
Okay. First, I would like to thank Colomb for the presentation. Even though the presentation didn't happen the way she would like it to be, and the beginning is stressful, and think we are talking about stress today. So I would like to ask Colomb, how did you manage your stress when the computer was not working as the way it's supposed to work? So that's my first question for you.
Yeah.
My second question will be for Steve. Can we use beer as a stress management strategy?
It didn't say. Okay. So,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
Okay.
perfectly.
Yeah,
okay.
yes, yes, we're coming here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll go ahead and answer the first question. Like it said, embracing stress. One of the strategy is what? Um, there's a one benefit. I would say the benefits. One benefit is the clarity, where he's talking about emotional and performance enhanced resiliency, right? So when the computer didn't work, I shift my mind from presenting the PowerPoint to just using my cell phone and talk about the work that I did. So it's I my mindset was go ahead and do the presentation, because sometimes we will have some members who will just read from the writing, right, and they don't present. So my mindset shifted from presenting to doing a verbal presentation to the members. So that's how I manage that situation today. Until you, on your side, try to try to set it up. So we have the cell phone on and we have the computers on. We have what, three devices here now working, right? So we did not stop the presentation. We were late. I apologize for that, but we kind of uh, make it work with what we have.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Good
Okay,
evening.
Steve, your turn.
Yeah, can I go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for the background. We have some wind. Um, so thank you, Tata Colomb, for the great presentation. A very nice book. Crystal and myself, we've discussed about this book earlier this morning. Very interesting. The book is talking to me a lot because I'm operating in an environment where we're facing a lot of pressure every day, depending on the project that we're working on. So that like the book said, really on the positive way, positive direction, right? And take the best out of pressure. If you if you pay a little bit of attention, you will realize that a lot of things can be really really accomplished, through pressure. I remember when I was, high school or college back home. Sometimes, they tells you, hey, they tell you, hey, you have you have an exam tomorrow. You know, the whole year you don't see students studying, right? But when they tell them, hey, you have an exam in a week, people don't sleep anymore. Everybody is like reading books, the whole night, and having to wake up in the morning, go to school in the morning, and study a whole day just to get ready for that exam. And then you see a lot of people passing that exam, right? But yeah, it's only because of pressure. If there is no pressure, everybody is relaxed. Everybody is like, hey, everything is fine, life is good, no one is studying, and then no one is gonna pass. And actually, the result that you're gonna have having a little bit of pressure is definitely gonna be different than the result that you're gonna have without pressure. That's one of the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing is, um, we really like Tata Column said, we other than pressure, even here in the United States, a lot of like management position, management role, they operate in high level pressure, and that's how I've realized that's how they get things done. If there is no pressure, nothing will get done. Nothing will No one is going to walk. Even people are so lazy. Human being, that's how we are. We are so lazy. We don't want to go to work. We don't want to sleep the whole morning. We don't want to do anything, right? But with pressure, people want to do something, and that's how we get results. So it's another thing. So it's something that we have to look at it on the positive direction, and also, try to find a way, even when you're operating under pressure, try to find a way to relax all the time. People present them just to relieve, ourselves, after a long day of pressure and all the pressure from work and all that, we do that just to relieve and and to feel a little bit comfortable, and then we can refresh and go back to work tomorrow. So yeah, it's very, very important. So to come back to Fred Thomas' question, definitely. So you can you can definitely distress a lot by some people that drink like me. I drink a little bit, so you can drink one beer just to be happy, right? And you distress a little bit, and then you can sleep nice and go back to work and refresh, and be able to perform a lot. So yeah, that's what I wanted to add. And yeah, very, very nice book. And also, just to add before I complete, we keep talking about pressure, that we have to take it, that we have to look at it on the right position, the right direction, and all that. But it's so easy to say that I'm doing. But another thing that I want to add is that the way you really get things done under pressure is to get ready. You have to prepare before, ahead of time. Get ready all the time. You saw Paris Saint-Germain won Champions League the other day. It's a lot of preparation in the background that we don't see, and that's how you get a lot of things done. And people will be surprised and like, hey, this guy is able to get things done because you get ready, even under pressure. You get ready, you're going to get a lot of things done. So preparation is good as well. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Steve.
you, Steve.
Yeah, I will go ahead and answer
Thank you,
the
Steve.
second question that Thomas asked. From this book, it didn't say to drink beer to manage stress. So don't drink alcohol because you are stressful. When you have stress, go do physical exercise, right? Meditation, but stay away from alcohol. That's what I per this book. It's not me.
Okay. Thank you both. I know Bia is the lead for this meeting. And let's not forget Fatou rule. We need to stay in the 3 minutes because our time is not in our side today, okay? The next question, let's stay in the 3 minute boundary.
I'll go next.
Okay, go ahead, boy.
Okay, first I want to thank Mom for the great presentation.
Thank you, Bien.
And back in school, I had landed myself in many stressful situations, mostly because of my own procrastination. It had happened so much over the course of 4 years, but that does little to affect me. But hmm, the procrastination, hmm, never mind.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You're right.
Procrastinated.
Go
Everybody procrastinate. Go ahead.
ahead.
While doing things last minute over the course of 4 years, and it's causes stress to have as little as effect as possible over me anymore. That's
Okay.
probably not true.
Yeah. So
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bion. But you're the one to lead, so give the floor to whoever. Ask whoever want to talk next.
Okay,
Let,
who's next?
let me go quickly.
Okay.
mm-hmm.
Thank you, Colombo. And at one point of time, I was thinking that you set up not to for your computer not to start it so that you can practice the stress. So it was a
Thomas
good
did it
practice.
because he was yelling at me, so the computer went against him.
the stress was very very. I mean, you knew how to manage the stress, so it wasn't showing at all on your face. So thank you for that.
Thank
So
you.
this book remind us. I don't know if we have put it on or we have read it. How to stop worrying and start living
Living.
by
Yeah,
Dal
We haven't
Carnegie.
read it yet. Carnegie, we haven't read
Yeah,
it
Dal
yet.
next one.
Carnegie, and
We haven't read it.
yeah, is totally something that we had to learn how to manage that, because anytime that you are in a stressful situation, always remember about the to compare iron to stainless steel. The iron and stainless steel, they are almost the same. They are almost the same, but it's only the stress of putting the iron in fire and beat it, bring it back to fire, beat it, until now it turned to be a stainless steel compared to iron, which didn't go through that stress. So at one point, we need that stress as well to turn ourselves from iron to stainless steel. But most of the time, the going to that fire is very, very hurtful. We start thinking about it, we start ruminating about it, and then we lose the fight. So always thinking about that, and also bring to the fact that there are certain kids, especially in this country or even in Africa where we come from, that they have affluenza. Affluenza is the kind of a kid that they protect them against all the stress. Oh, you want to do this one? Oh, let me protect you. Oh, what? And then when they are adult now and in real life, they start misbehaving because they didn't go through those stresses. So it's important that we remember that, oh, our kid, at one point we want to protect them, but at the same time, as the previous book said, at the same time, we want to leave them to practice, to go through those stress a little bit so that they can learn and get there. And water analogy, African wisdom. Yeah, I think is what I have, and stress is necessary for us. It's just the water analogy that I have. I put it on our WhatsApp, and the guy was saying that, oh, can I hold this bottle of water or the glasses of water? And they say, oh, it's not too heavy, and they say, no, 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 we are not talking about the weight here. But if I hold this bottle or glass of water for 1 day, for 2 days, for 3 days, then it will start hurting me. So the stress as well is not to ruminate what is going wrong, but to remember to leave the glass of water or the glass of stress on the table and forget about it a little bit so that we can go back to it. So we had to, at the same time, remove those stress from our mind at
Mine.
certain. Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mm,
Natasha.
thank
Thank
you.
And
you.
I love
Thank
that
you.
analogy. So when we are going through that fire,
Mm,
our mindset should be on, oh, I want to become that stainless steel,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is a better
Mhm.
metal, right? So
Then
that will push us
yeah.
through
Mhm.
the stress. So I love it. I love that analogy.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
next.
best.
I
You want me
I
to?
can go
Yeah,
next.
Okay,
go ahead.
I just want to say thank you to Colomb for the beautiful presentation.
thank you.
What a what a timing to actually exercise what we read today. Yeah, especially you talking about stress and then everything around you just result
Become
to you
stressful.
experiencing the stress. But I feel like you handle it so well.
Thank you.
And the book is definitely a reminder that for me, I've taken a lot of classes about stress. So a lot of things in the book was not um, kind of strange because even in the situation, in stressful situation, there are times where when you count from 1 to 100, it actually will calm the nerves because the anxiety kind of like make the nerves to start to overreact. So in order to calm that down, you can breathe in and breathe out, or you can count from 1 to 100. So I've been practicing that. But like Steve was saying, I have never done anything good that I was not under stress.
Right.
Every time I'm stressed, that's when I do stuff. Like I would clean, I would cook, I would fold clothes because my anxiety is so high. I would do so much, but when I'm relaxed, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this tomorrow, write it down. I'll do it tomorrow again. It's like there's a tomorrow, there's a tomorrow. But like when I remember the last time that I really did something was something really under pressure and stress was a 700 word uh, research paper that I was supposed to turn in. I didn't know, and I knew this that the day of the research paper was due. So 700 words. I came home from school, sat down for like 6 hours, and just wrote and sent in the research paper. It was due 11:59, and I presented at 11:59. Anything could have happened. Computer could have crashed, and it would have been rooming and not being sent. But it literally sent the time, say 11, your presentation was sent in 11:59. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, that professor is probably sitting there like, this girl, But every single time, even doing research paper, I would have so much time. I would lay it out. I would sit down and try to like remember everything and just start on it early. I would not get no idea. But the
And
moment
relax,
I'm
finish.
stressed, all these
That is
ideas
true.
start popping in, popping in. But I just feel like it's something when you procrastinate a lot of time and you master procrastinations, you feel like you can handle stress well. But but I feel like it was a great reminder that we can control stress. We can use stress in a positive way, but also we should know that stress has a negative aspect on our lives. Stress can lead you into higher attack, especially based off of the age and based off of the situation. You can have like a bad situation and you hear about it and you can have a heartbeat really hard that can lead to a muscle contraction. And here you are, pass out in the hospital. So we should just be aware of those way and know like we should not be just in the direction of only doing everything under stress. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Patrick.
Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Okay, who's next?
I would like to join. And
Go.
first, I thank Colomb for the presentation, and the presentation that happened to be also stress management presentation. So great. I think from the book, if you look, sometimes the stress it look like high blood pressure is now sometimes is not visible. You might be in the stress from so many reasons, from different places, right? Family, work, so many places, right? That you have stress from, and you have to know how to cope with, and that's what the book is somehow teaching us on how to manage, not to avoid, because in many cases you cannot avoid, right? You have to just have to know how to deal with this the stressing situation. And in the previous, I think Crystal present one book that they talk also about stress, and they say the stress is also about how you believe on it, right, and how you handle it.
And
And
this one said the
this
same.
also say the same thing,
Mhm.
okay. And our behavior also is an expression of how we handle stress, because the same thing happened, but many people behave differently, and it's question of what they've been through already, And that takes us back to the example from Nasif that talk about the iron and the stainless steel, right? Is how many time and what you've been through that's gonna define what you do later. And people will say he's a strong, or the someone will say he's a weak, he cannot handle it. So we need to learn how to deal with stress to not avoid. If someone knows that they perform better the last minute, then that's what they need to do to get everything in place to perform the last minute instead of doing early. Myself also, when I do stuff early, I don't perform very well. So I do stuff the last minute and I do them better. But when you're in group, you fail your friend because you're able to do stuff and they cannot be at the same speed with you. Now going back to finish with the health aspect of stress, they talk about exercise and yoga, meditation. I would like to add also a cold or hot shower, right? If you take in shower, like you usually take with hot water, try to use cold water. Also, that one also will distress you. Just do that. Thermic shock also is a good one. In addition, if you say like exercise, yoga, shower, all of those stuff, they are free and we have the information. It's up to us now to do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Hmm?
Thank you,
Thank
Tom.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
Anyone else?
Um, I will go.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation,
You're welcome.
Colomb. I, I um I enjoyed the presentation a lot, and I took notes as you were talking. Um, I will have, I think, only one question, but maybe I'll answer it in a different way as well, because one of the slides talked about um, that when we are stressed, we, I think it was something about we produce hormones and
Antibody.
chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I would have thought maybe, um, yeah, physical health
Yeah.
benefits.
Yeah.
Stress can boost the immune system.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought it's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
again, we have to say things in the right context, which is where I want to go right now. Um, I think it's maybe unfortunate because the way this book is written, or maybe the research came out, it did not define what kind of stress, because there are different kinds of stress. And my
Mm-hmm.
belief is the good stress is when you experience stressful moments. But there's another kind of stress which is long term, and it can be perhaps environmental stress, is the kind of stress that in the workplace leads to burnout. It doesn't make you perform better, it kills you. And we need to distinguish between what is good stress and what is bad stress. But even for long-term stress, I think we should, for anybody who is getting into a situation where they might be experiencing long-term stress, they need to first of all um, be aware of the stressful situation and acknowledge it, that this is stressful for them, and pick the elements in that stressful situation which they can control, and know the ones that they cannot control. I'm reminded here of the give me the wisdom to know the difference prayer that we sometimes pray over the things that we can change and the things we cannot change. But having said that, um, I agree with most of what's said in the book, that we need to reframe the situation that is causing us stress, that is mindset change. We need to, for instance, where we do not have control, we need to seek support and help from other people.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr.
Josh.
George. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
John.
you, guys.
Yeah. So I want to come back to the physical benefits that says stress can boost your immune system. So in the book, it's emphasized on acute stressor, right? Like diseases. When you get infection, your body goes under stress, right? And your body reacted to the stress. So I think that's what that type of stress he was talking about it at this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
can go quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Tata Colomb. You know, there's always a situation to show. It feels like everything aligns. We're reading a book that's talking about how to take stress in and do better, and there was no better example than what you showed today. When your
Thank you.
computer was not going well, you just try to see, okay, what's the next thing to do? You
Yes.
know,
Mhm.
a lot of people could have freaked out, okay, and it could have affected your whole presentation. But you said, okay, computer is not given, let me do what I can do. So
That's true.
wonderful example, and
Thank
you
you.
did wonderful. Yes, no problem. Now my takeaway from the book, um, I I cannot remember a time um, that if like at when I was at the university, like if I have an exam and I am so relaxed about it, I always do worse than when I am a little bit freaked out. Like, okay, this is happening. It's for real. It gives me that little jittery or that anxiety that really helps me perform at my best. Instead of if I recall times that I was, it's even with everything when I'm relaxed and I'm too relaxed, I just don't do well. I don't do well. And also in my life, my dad has really helped me reach some uh, some some potential things that I thought I couldn't do, and he just pushed me into it, and I do better than I ever thought that I could do. So stress is not bad, like the book has said, if we can learn to use it in a good way, it can really actually propel us instead of, the opposite. All my life, basically, the books that I have been reading till we started this book club and we read books that are really trying to help us use our mindset with stress. It was always like, okay, stress is bad and stuff. And I'm going through a lot of stuff at this time that this book really helps us to hone in into our ability to take things in and to do the best we can, um, instead of thinking about everything bad, 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 or everything that is throwing at us, hurting us. We can use that stimulation. We can use those vibration to turn that into positive. And like Frank Anivia was saying in the book that we read, about how you think about things. That's really how it can affect you or it can do good. So
Right.
good stress, and I am so grateful that Fred Josh talk about there's bad and there's good stress. There's stress that you have to run away from because we have to learn to know our body too, because there are some stress that will only bring the bad out of you. So we have to be able to diversify. Not all stress is good, but most of them we can use to our best ability. Stress helps most of the time get us out of our comfort zone and do the best we can. And like Steve has said, preparation. Preparation lessen your stress about something. When you are prepared, you do better even under stress. Um, and that's all I have. And I want to thank every one of you guys for your input and your whatever you bring here tonight is a wonderful thing for each other to be sharing this, and whomever suggested this book is a 10 on my list. So thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Lisa.
Lucy.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, we still have a couple of minutes. If I could chip in, thank you very much to everybody, and especially to Tata Colomb for her presentation and the wonderful stress management example that she has delivered. And we could almost everything has already been said. What I have as a conclusion from this book, it is a mindset shift, a shift in mindset that help us either be, or it is a way we think about stress and how we shift our mind around it, taking it as a challenge that could be overcome or as a threat that will kill us. But we read many books and we said that we could, if we can find meaning in our suffering, that suffering becomes useful. So many examples have been given when you talk about stress. Putting metal under stress makes it more resilient. Is the same thing as it happened to we human beings. Now, two key things. I'm glad Christelle mentioned being put under certain stress that appear to her to break her, but end up being very useful to her the whole of her life. I remember one, she knew barely how to drive, maybe driving within a few months or maximum a year, when she had to go to Canada, which was normal driving is 8 hours. And I couldn't, because I don't remember the circumstances, but I told her that, well, you can do it. We didn't have any car. A friend's car was under my care. I said, okay, take it, go to Canada. She nearly collapsed. I told her no. I was trying to talk to her. I was trying to convince her, and then she wasn't. But she had things very important to her. And I said, okay, she understood. I couldn't go. I have no way I could take you. Then, luckily, we have a car at our disposal. Take it. This is the GPS. Go. But she found herself with no choice but to execute. It took her 13 hours. I remember I was following her. It gets to points where there's no cell phone connections and so on. But she got to Calgary and got lost for 2 more hours just because she was afraid. And what happened at the end was, when she got to the destination, she just burst into tears and crying so heavily to discharge. And at the same time started laughing when the people her host said, oh, you came by yourself, your dad sent you, you did it, and you can't believe